Dollar to Solana conjecture for June 2024. At the outset, cost it's on 488 coins. Excessive cost on 5049, while lows in 4 to 76. They arrived at the midpoint of costs on 506. The US to Sol conjecture toward the month's ends on 510, change for June 4.5%. US to Sol expectation for July 2024. Before all else, cost it's on 510 coins. Excessive cost on 510, while lows in 4812. They arrived at the midpoint of cost on 4868. The US to Sol figure toward the month's ends A441, change for July 13.5%. Dollar to Solana figure for August 2024. Before all else, cost it's on 4.41 coins. Exorbitant costs on 4.41, while lows in 3 to 56. They found the middle value of cost on 4 to 5. The US to Sol estimate toward the month's ends 3 to 80, change for August 13.8%. US to Sol expectation for September 2024. First and foremost, cost it's on 380 coins. Exorbitant costs at 380, while lows are 307. They found the middle value of costs 149. The US to Sol estimate toward the month's ends 28, change for September 13.7%. Dollar to Solana estimate for October 2024. At the outset, cost it's in 328 coins. Excessive costs in 328, while lows on 283. They arrived at the midpoint of costs on 311. The US to Sol conjecture toward the month's ends at 303, change for October 7.6%. US to Sol expectation for November 2024. At the outset, cost it's on 303 coins. Exorbitant costs 3 to 13, while lows in 272. They found the middle value of costs on 295. The US to Sol gauge toward the month's ends on 292, change for November 3.6%. Dollar to Solana gauge for December 2024. To start with, cost it's on 292 coins. Exorbitant costs on 292, while lows on 235. They found the middle value of costs on 268. The US to Sol gauge toward the month's ends on 251, change for December 14%. US to Sol expectation for January 2025. Initially cost it's on 251 coins. Excessive costs on 264, while lows on 230. They arrived at the midpoint of costs on 248. The US to Sol figure toward the month's ends on 246, change for January 2%. Dollar to Solana figure for February 2025. To start with, cost it's on 246 coins. Exorbitant costs on 258, while lows on 225. They found the middle value of costs on 242. The US to Sol figure toward the month's ends on 240, change for February 4%. US to Sol expectation for Walk 2025. Initially cost it's on 240 coins. Excessive costs on 241, while lows on 210. They arrived at the midpoint of costs on 229. The US to Sol figure toward the month's ends on 224, change for spring 6.7%. Dollar to Solana conjecture for April 2025. At the outset, cost it's on 224 coins. Excessive costs on 239, while lows on 208. They arrived at the midpoint of costs on 224. The US to Sol conjecture toward the month's ends on 223, change for April's on 4%. US to Sol expectation for May 2025. At the outset, cost it's on 223 coins. Excessive costs on 235, while lows on 284. They arrived at the midpoint of costs on 220. The US to Sol conjecture toward the month's ends on 218, change for May 2%. Dollar to Solana gauge for June 2025. To start with, cost it's on 218 coins. Exorbitant costs on 218, while lows on 176. They found the middle value of cost on 200. The US to Sol gauge toward the month's ends on 188, change for June 13.8%. US to Sol expectation for July 2025. Initially cost at 188 coins. Excessive costs on 195, while lows to 169. They arrived at the midpoint of costs on 183. The US to Sol figure toward the month's ends on 181, change for July 3.7%. Dollar to Solana figure for August 2025. Initially cost at 181 coins. Excessive costs on 231, while lows on 181. They arrived at the midpoint of cost on 202. The US to Sol figure toward the month's ends on 216, change for August 19.3%. US to Sol expectation for September 2025. In the first place, cost it's on 216 coins. Exorbitant costs on 237, while lows on 206. They found the middle value of costs on 220. The US to Sol gauge toward the month's ends on 220, change for September 19%. Dollar to Solana figure for October 2025. Initially cost at 220 coins. Exorbitant costs on 225, while lows on here at 95. They found the middle value of cost on 212. The US to Sol gauge toward the month's ends on 209, change for October 50%. As to Sol expectation for November 2025. To start with cost at 209 coins. Exorbitant costs on 267, while lows in 209. They found the middle value of cost on 234. The US to Sol figure toward the month's ends on 249, change for November 1%. Dollar to Solana figure for December 2025. Initially cost at 2 to 49 coins. Excessive costs on 249, while lows on 200. They arrived at the midpoint of costs on 228. The US to Sol figure toward the month's ends on 215, change for December 7%. As to Sol expectation for January 2026. At the outset cost at 215 coins. Excessive costs are 275, while lows on 215. They arrived at the midpoint of costs on 240. The US to Sol conjecture toward the month's ends are 256, change for January 1%. Dollar to Solana conjecture for February 2026. At the outset cost at 256 coins. Excessive costs on 228, while lows on 256. They arrived at the midpoint of costs on 286. The US to Sol figure toward the month's ends at 205, change for February 1%. US to Sol expectation for Walk 2026. Before all else cost at 305 coins. Excessive costs at 389, while lows 305. They arrived at the midpoint of costs at 340. The US to Sol figure toward the month's ends at 362, change for spring 7%. Dollar to Solana figure for April 2026. Before all else cost at 362 coins. Exorbitant costs repeated 62, while lows at 292. They found the middle value of costs at 32. The US to Sol estimate toward the month's ends of 13, change for April 13.5%. US to Sol expectation for May 2026. To start with cost at 13 coins. Exorbitant costs at 342, while lows on 298. They found the middle value of costs at 18. The US to Sol gauge toward the month's ends on 18, change for May 6%. Dollar to Solana conjecture for June 2026. At the outset cost at 3 for 18 coins. Excessive cost 4 at 7, while lows prove at 18. They arrived at the midpoint of cost at 356. The US to Sol conjecture toward the month's ends at 79, change for June 2%. US to Sol expectation for July 2026. In the first